You've had the opportunity to voice so many different characters that people really look up to. What does it mean to you to sort of like give a soul to these sort of like flat characters on paper, like to take the character out of there and bring it to life? Because so many people find so much joy in them.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. It's really meaningful and it's really affirming because it's, especially, I think it's changing more and more, but I think earlier on in my career, people didn't really necessarily understand games or performance in games. Even still, if people aren't familiar with games, they'll be like, so you're like Mario? You say like, it's a me? And I'm like, well, it's a little more complicated than that now. But yeah, especially earlier on in my career, it wasn't as ubiquitous. I feel like people didn't have that understanding of games. And now, people go to games for as complex of storytelling as they do for television or movies. And so especially some of the characters I've played have had to carry a lot of like heavy narrative weight. Right. And when you start doing that, going into like Chloe in Life is Strange or Aloy in Horizon, there is a certain amount of, there's a sense of responsibility that I had of like, okay, this really, like, especially for Aloy, she's the lead of a franchise. So there's this feeling of, and back when I was recording it, there weren't a lot of female leads in games.
No.
It was, you might have the choice to play as a woman, but there were very few games that was like, there's one main character and it's a woman and you play as her. So I felt a lot of responsibility to make that character feel complex and interesting and nuanced. And so to put so much of myself in those characters and have people respond to them is so meaningful because it really is, you don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've had the experience too of like being in a project and you're like, I'm connecting to this and I'm giving it my all, but you have no idea how it's going to be received.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes out and people are like, I see what you did and I respond to it and I like it. It's very affirming.